Good morning and welcome to Write With Me. Today is Tuesday, October 14th, and it's raining here in Los Angeles, and the first real rain for this year. And so um, it's definitely a morning I would love to stay in and bed and be cozy. But hey, I'm here trying to get it in, continue my research. I'm Peter Crosby, and and as usual, two 25-minute sprints with a 5 to 10 minute break in between. And I am still going over Colonel Miller's testimony. All right, I'm going to get started. Welcome, Dee. Good morning or good afternoon. How are you doing? Good, good. It's I was just saying how it's a raining. I'm good. Still a little sleepy. It's a rainy morning here. We haven't had like a rainstorm in quite some time. I think this is the first real rain of the year in Los Angeles. So it's downpouring out there, and so it just makes you want to just cuddle up and be in bed, which I will be going back to bed after this. So I'm going to get back into my research here with Peter Crosby. I'm still in Colonel Miller's testimony. So, Mm. Mm. Hey, good morning. Welcome, Devin. Drop in the chat what you're working on today and what genre. So, Dee, how are you doing? And welcome everyone else. I see there's a couple more people here. Yeah, drop in the chat what you're working on. I'm still in Colonel Miller's testimony. I've had a lot of mixed feelings about his testimony because clearly there's a lot of discrepancies between his testimony and the victims' testimonies, and so a lot of times as I'm going through it, I'm having to look at it through, with a grain of salt because it's like, did this really happen or does this not happen? This is your perspective. He sometimes just really overshares. Let's see what Devin's saying. I'm getting my office in order so I can actually work in it today. I hear you on there. That indeed, it's been a good first half, getting into the flow. Okay, cool, wonderful. So, um, so that's the tricky thing about going through a lot of the historical documents or even the testimonies, which I'm going through right now. And once I'm done with Colonel Miller, I'm going to revisit my notes regarding the first 200 pages of the testimonies and just start mapping out who said what about which situation. And so to get more clarity and write little, small bios, because it got to a point that I was like getting some people confused because I was just constantly reading and taking notes and so forth. I'm like, oh, a couple of weeks later, or a few weeks later, I was like, oh, okay, was this that person that did this or said this and so forth? So I just want to map that out before I go through the next 300 pages of the testimonies. Devin says, I want to get 2K words in for my epic fantasy book 4, and the emails can't wait. Can't wait any longer. Okay, cool. That's a great goal to get 2,000 words done. So you're trying to get it done. You want to get that done today, or is that for just because I'm like, yeah. So is that your goal for today? Is your 2,000 words? And I look forward to actually getting back to writing instead of just researching. And I may even just I'm trying to just get through Colonel Miller's testimony, but I'm really itching to just put a pause on that and just work on something else. So it's been pretty heavy, all this content dealing with the Vicksburg massacre. And I just feel like I need to write something light. Need to get it done. Okay, great. Awesome. Awesome. Well, I'm cheering you on. You can do it. You're going to do it. So, um, but yeah, I'm feeling like I just want to write something a bit lighter. I don't know if I'm going to do like a short story, like a romance, or there's also this sci-fi one that I'm thinking about doing. So I may just branch off and do that just to get my head out of the massacre space, So, because like I said, it just gets pretty doggone heavy. So, do you guys do that? Do you take breaks from some of your other content and go back, or what do you do? I don't really take breaks, but I should. Yeah, and it depends on what you're working on too. And Devin says, I do take breaks and work on a couple other things. Okay, yeah. I tend to do, that as well as I'm talking about this. Sometimes I just, push through whatever project I'm working on. But when it comes to something that is heavy as this, I feel like just for my mental space, I need to step away from it for a little bit and then, work on still be creative and write something. And then come back and, okay, let's see, now I can dive back in. So, all right. Well, Time for the next 25-minute sprint. Mm. righty. Hey, Shanae, good morning. You're researching today, and Dee says, thanks for another great writing session. I have a meeting, so I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, great. I'll see you tomorrow, Dee. So let's see. I still need to figure out how to reset this. For there. Okay. So I'm in Colonel Miller's testimony, and let's see. Devin says I was derailed working on my your custom 2026 planner. Okay. Well, you still. I mean, hey, the day is still early. I don't know what time zone you're in, but here on the West Coast, it's 6, 8, almost 6 a.m. right now. But so you have the rest of the day to get your 2,000 words in. So with Colonel Miller, he is someone that tends to inject all of these really long statements, whether or not he was asked about this information or not. But again, I feel like it's so that he can frame his perspective of what has happened or what happened. And because for those that don't know, the Mayor O'Leary, who's the mayor of Vicksburg, put him in charge of controlling or keeping the Black people out of town. East Coast, okay, North Florida, okay, awesome. So let's see, this is about 9, 8, almost 9 a.m. there. So yeah, we still got the whole day ahead of you to get those words in. So with Colonel Miller, like I said, he just does these long, really long statements. And so right now, he is giving us his background. He was a former slave slave owner, and he's giving his whole perspective about Black people, and that he feels like he's in great relationship with many of the Black people, and he's still in good, relations with the people that he used to own. But he really gives another undertone of, how he feels Black people should be in their place. He feels that they should be docile. He does not understand or that people were gathering to support Peter Crosby to go back into office. He thinks they are greatly influenced easily. Not that it is something that they would, were gathering for their own rights and to protect the rights of people like them. And so it's like, I don't know, page and a half of him just going on and on about his background as being a good slave owner, and but Black people, you gotta, they gotta keep them in line. And also, he was very open about, like, if they kept coming to town, he was going to kill them, And so he goes on from one statement of, oh, I love the Black people, as long as they're back in their place. But if they're not, I will kill them, And so, yeah. So that's one of the reasons why, too, it's been so hard going through his testimony. I think it's really, gosh, I want to say, he has the longest, as far as I have gone over the testimonies that's been here, about at least 20 pages, I think, at least. So I've just been really just struggling getting through the stuff that he's saying. But that's where I'm at right now. And I will be back tomorrow. Hope you guys come back tomorrow at 5 a.m. Pacific time. So I'm here Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. And have a great day. And I'm actually going to go back to bed while it's still raining outside. And I have another class for my teacher artist program later today, or late this morning. So get some rest before I dive into the class. And yeah, have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye-bye.